Okay, collective. So for this message, I'm feeling this energy of like somebody taking a power back. And I feel like they're doing it by way of, it's like it's coming through a realization or like clarity that they have been putting. Okay, because you have the Nine of Swords followed by the Eight of Swords. Okay, so the way I'm seeing this, or the way I'm channeling it tonight, because the difference between this would be the Ace of Swords, but with both of these in reverse, I'm seeing it as the Ace of Swords in reverse. So I'm feeling like initially, like you were waiting for clarity outside of yourself, like you were waiting for somebody else or another situation to kind of like give you clarity. So again, this could have been a job. You could have been waiting to hear back from a job, or you could have been waiting for somebody in a romantic sense to choose you, or to, whatever the case may be. And in that time, in that absence, Ace of Swords in reverse, I feel like within that lack of clarity is the space where you realize, like, damn, I'm sitting around waiting for this job, and they're not even really paying me enough, to be honest. Or I'm sitting around waiting for this person to choose me, and really they only check 3 out of 10 of my boxes. So I feel like there is this clarity. There's this moment where there's this moment of clarity where you're no longer waiting for validation or clarity from external sources, and now it's internal, and you realize that you could have made a decision all along, or you realize you have what you need in order to make a decision. Next, after that, you have the Justice card in reverse, and you have the Knight. Now, initially, the first time I shuffled, at the bottom of the deck, you had the Ten of Cups in reverse and the Ace of Cups. Now, when I clarified these cards, you had the Lovers in reverse, the Emperor, the Four of Pentacles in reverse. So somebody, because I can see this another way too, where it's like somebody is holding on to something. Somebody has been holding on to something, maybe out of guilt, especially with Justice in reverse, like feeling like they didn't want to do somebody wrong or something like that. Only to realize it's like, damn, like, but now I'm not happy, and I'm waiting for them to see I'm not happy, but they're not gonna see it. So you have to make that choice to say, look, I'm not happy in this situation, and I want to either end it, bow out gracefully, maybe we better off as friends, or however that conversation may go. So hold on. So with the Knight of Cups, I feel like somebody may either take that energy, and because like I said, at the bottom you had the Ace of Cups, but under that you had the Ten of Cups. So if you go on with my original message, then I will feel like somebody like wants because I'm trying to follow a timeline. But essentially, if we go on with the first message of somebody realizing that they had the clarity within themselves the whole time, then I feel like by the time this comes in, you may realize, like, I like certain things about you, or about this situation, or about this offer, but I don't know if it's going to fulfill me completely, because this is a knight. This is not a king. This is a knight. And on the other hand, if we're going with the message that I just downloaded, about somebody, choosing to bow out of a situation and to pursue another situation, then I feel like this Knight of Cups is them going to someone and maybe asking them on a date, or asking them how they've been, or just kind of small talking it to see if the possibility is still there. So it's really kind of like the same situation, just from both ends of the spectrum is what I'm picking up on. So at the bottom of the deck, you got the King of Cups. And I feel like the overall, at the end of the day, you're going to have to choose what's best for you, what fulfills you emotionally. Because this is what's being offered, okay? But this is where you are. So it's like, are you willing to build from the Knight to the King? Again, it's just going to boil down to, because it's a message coming in about potential. There's something here about potential. And for some of you, that could be enough. For some of you, you may feel like, look, I done already did the potential thing and I don't want to do it again. Okay, so basically, you just gonna have to choose what's best for you at the end of the day. What fulfills you emotionally? Does staying at this job fulfill you? Does leaving fulfill you? Does, giving this person a chance fulfill you? Or does, like I said, being better off as friends fulfill you? You're gonna have to choose what's best for you and your emotional state. Yep, you got the Nine of Cups. Nine of Cups is all about self-fulfillment. This is all about reaching a point where you don't have to really outsource for much, because you validate yourself, you date yourself, you romance yourself, you love yourself, you feed yourself, you do all the things for yourself. So that to me is what the Nine of Cups speaks of. Under that, you got the Five of Swords at the bottom of the deck. So I just feel like any option that's going to have you in your head, or that's going to drain you or deplete you, or any of those things, it's not going to be for you. It's not going to be for you. The whole point was to gain clarity, which is why you went from the Nine of Swords to the Eight of Swords to begin with. I also feel the need to mention, like, don't allow, I gotta sneeze. Don't allow FOMO, fear of missing out, to get you to make a premature decision or to settle for something that's good enough. You got the Page of Swords in reverse. So for some of you, I see this. Yeah, okay. So for some of you, got the Chariot in reverse. For some of you, I see you turning something down. I see you turning something down. And it's so interesting because I feel like it's simple for you, but like it causes a dramatic reaction or something like that, like a simple no or no thank you. Because with this Page of Swords, I'm not getting like this long drawn out message. Like, I'm just getting a real quick, sweet, straight to the point, no thank you, I'm no longer interested, I've decided to take other offers. But it's almost like there was a lot riding on you saying yes, because the same way this train is screeching, is I'm hearing like things coming to a screeching halt. Like dang, I wasn't expecting that. Or like, dang, what do we do now? Or dang, there were no other options. Or I don't know, there's something about you turning something down causing like a chain reaction. That's interesting. Okay, but my nose is super sensitive right now, which low-key could play into the message because the Knight of Cups came right back out. I put everything back in the deck and the Knight of Cups came right back out. So I feel like somebody is going to be persistent, but I feel like it could be because of their fear of rejection, because that's what I'm sensitivity. They're sensitive to rejection or to things not going the way that they planned. Because it's almost like they have already like inserted you into a role that you didn't accept, if that makes sense. Like, and so it's like you saying no unexpectedly, and they're just like, no, just think about it. No, just we could do this and we could do that, and we could build a future, and we could travel the world, and you'll be promoted, and all of these different things to try to sweet talk you, or like sweeten the deal, I'm hearing. But I feel like you still end up rejecting it with this Two of Wands in reverse. I feel like you still end up being just like, I'm sorry, this is not for me. Yeah, the Fool. With the Fool in reverse, I'm getting like, I feel like you're finally at a point where you realize, regardless, like, I have a new beginning coming and starting regardless of who fits into those roles or not, if that makes sense. Like, it's still a new beginning for me, whether it's with you, whether it's here or there or anywhere. I feel like Dr. Seuss in this motherfucker, okay? Five of Wands. I just feel like you're no longer fighting for what's not for yours, and you're no longer forcing things to work that just won't work. So good job on you, collective.